We want to continue to talk about building confidence and look at managing your mind. This is huge for us. All of us struggle with toxic thoughts, and often they are linked to the past. Remember, I told you earlier in the course about the label I had of being a quitter, or someone who could start but not finish. This became a toxic thought for me, and as a young man in college, I signed up to be a tree planter. And on our first day planting on a burned out mountainside, I forgot my water bottle. And then that night when we got back to our camp, we discovered the camp cook had stolen all the food and cooking supplies and taken off. So I had a can of cold spaghetti for supper and was working it around my parched mouth. I won't forget that day. And I was thinking that I should quit. Well, that night I prayed hard. I stood up and I kept going. And it was a life moment for me that has pushed that toxic thought aside. So we do have these toxic thoughts from the past, and they can continue to affect us. I've met men who felt like they weren't a very good student growing up, and so for them, education is off the table. Well, that's a toxic thought. It is our responsibility as leaders to take a look at those thoughts and challenge them. Are they true? Comparison is also a major source of toxic thoughts for men. We can look at others and compare strengths, possessions, looks, athleticism, kids, bank accounts, and in our minds come up short and the confidence drains from us. Comparison can kill us. Toxic thoughts lead to self-doubt. Well, there is a solution. It's the Word of God. Name the lies that we believe about our situation, the lies we believe about ourselves, and the lies we believe about God, and replace them with the truth. Oh, like this is so good. And it is a discipline towards optimism. When we want to say, I can't do this, we replace it with I can do this. I think when we're stuck, it has less to do with a lack of skill or will. We're really stuck in our minds. So I would encourage you to examine that and listen to what you tell yourself. Confident leaders embrace vulnerability. They don't hide their need or feel the need to hide their weaknesses. They don't have to be the smartest in the room, outwitting others. They're not threatened and actually enjoy seeing others excel. They take the posture of a learner. And I find leaders like this inspiring because they're secure. So embrace your vulnerability. Admit that you struggle because, hey, you're just figuring things out. Say you're not very good at whatever you're not good at. Beautiful. Embrace it. You don't have to have it all together. To move forward, act as if. This is one of my biggest secrets in leadership. When I feel a lack of confidence, I ask myself this question: what would a confident leader do in this situation? And then I do it. I act as if I am confident. Recently, I went into a meeting that was intimidating me. I wasn't confident in myself, and actually I felt pretty shaky, but I talked to Jesus. I went in, I looked the person in the eye, shook their hand, introduced myself, and spoke clearly and confidently. I was acting as if I was confident. And the feelings began to follow. If you aren't feeling confident, there is a little bit of fake it till you make it. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm not a professional at making leadership videos, but I'm stepping up into this new area of leadership. I'm not saying to be inauthentic. I am saying do what confident people do. I find that men can wait to feel confident before they step, and it's not how it works. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You're able to say to yourself, I have lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing that you think you cannot do. That was Eleanor Roosevelt, a great quote. It's like learning to ride a bike. You have to take off the training wheels and push off sometime in order to feel that biking feeling. So finally, we'd say don't fear failure. Fear robs people of confidence, and failure is not the end of the world. It won't kill you. Confident leaders reframe failure as a learning experience or a time of accelerated growth. The first time I rode my bike without training wheels, I crashed in the middle of the driveway, skinned my knees, put holes in my jeans, but then my mom said, hey, we can put patches on your jeans, which were incredibly cool back then. And I won't mention what decade that was in. And so we got up with those patch pants and we tried again. One of my key ways of stepping into something new is to start with a pilot project, to let people know you're just trying some things. No pressure. And you might fail at some of it. In fact, you probably will fail at some of it or not be perfect at some of it. And then you circle back around and make some corrections and try again. This has been incredibly freeing for me as a leader and allowed me to build new things, new events, and new structures. This concept has freed me up to try things and fail at things and not be devastated by it. And hey, some of the stuff has worked too. Confidence comes with action. You won't gain confidence by talking about it. You get it by doing. Don't wait to feel confident before you move forward. Instead, move forward and understand that your confidence will grow in relation to the risks that you are willing to take. So looking at your identity, what is it that God is calling you to take action and do?